And to the other issue, this criticism of King Charles is getting too woke himself, too much into identity politics. He wants other faiths now involved in the Church of England ceremony to make him king. And he keeps saying that his role is to protect diversity. I thought it was to promote unity. And he keeps referring to Britain as a collection of communities, plural, when I thought he should really treat it as one. Here he is.
I've always thought of Britain as a community of communities that has led me to understand that the sovereign has an additional duty, less formally recognised, but to be no less diligently discharged. It is the duty to protect the diversity of our country.
So King Charles thinks of Britain as a community of various communities, and he wants to promote that diversity instead of being a figure of unity, I think. Patrick, what do you make of that?
King Charles is getting absolutely terrible advice. Whoever he has advising him, he needs to sack, and sack them quickly. He is forgetting what his fundamental duty is, which is to be the King of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. And it is absolutely staggering that now we have a king who appears to care more about appealing to various different diverse communities than he does maybe around his own base. And it's symptomatic of him being obsessed and infected, I think, with the woke poison that we've seen infecting so many other people in this society. I mean, he's given into the eco mob, left, right and centre. He appeared at COP26. He's supposed to not be political, but he's okay getting political when it comes about net zero and the targets that are affecting your average common man and woman in the pocket every single day of the week. He's also been doing things that I think are ridiculously woke and needless. There's a lady called Lady Susan Hussey who served at our Queen's side for decades. And we had a bizarre incident in this country where a lady whose real name, by the way, Andrew, is Marlene Headley, who gave herself the name Ngozi Fulani and dressed up in full African traditional clothes and went to the palace and decided that she wanted to cause some kind of race incident. What did they do? They apologized to her publicly. They then, on top of that, moved Lady Susan Hussey to one side. He gave into that. King Charles is now, and this is the big one from us this week, saying that he's going to cooperate with an inquiry into the royal family's links to the slave trade. Get this. That goes to a letter that was written to King William III, who was Dutch, by the way, in 1689. And the problem for King Charles with all of this stuff is that if he thinks he's appeasing the woke brigade, that doesn't work because they always want more.
So true.
They'll want an inquiry.
The whole industry.
And then they'll want a reparation.
Enough is never enough. Enough is never enough, Patrick. It needs to keep going. Patrick Christys, always great to talk to you. Thanks for your time.